Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. You know, this video could be titled Confessions of a Fool. You know, because I tell y'all all the time that I've made every mistake that you could make over here. And I did everything for you. But the more I think about it, I'm like, well, what mistakes did I really make? You know, when you watch these videos on YouTube, and I'm guilty of it too, from time to time, we make it seem like the Philippines is this jigsaw puzzle that you have to solve. There's this mystery that you have to figure out. It's so complicated over here and everything like that, when it's really not. You don't have to be a genius to make it over here. But the thing that trips us up over here is the one thing we desire the most. It's the one thing we prioritize the most, and it's these relationships. Because when I think about it, I haven't had any problems over here. I haven't had problems with the people. I haven't had problems with crime. I haven't had problems with anything, guys. So when I say, oh, I made all the mistakes for you, yeah, in the relationship category. Because coming over here, learning the culture, and learning which way to go, it's not difficult. But dealing with these relationships, yeah, it's difficult, man. And certainly as you get older, you know, we don't learn anything. You know, I don't want to be in love for real, man. You know, not at 62, because I know that it's going to hurt. It just hurts too much. I don't want to even experience that sort of trauma at this stage in my life. I'm in the fourth quarter, but maybe I've already gone too far. And this is something that you're going to have to ask yourself. You're not going to have any problems over here, guys. This place isn't hard to figure out. It's really one of the easiest places I've ever been to. Okay, as far as coming here, living and everything like that, because people leave you alone. It's when you start dealing with these relationships, it's when your problem's going to start. We looking for love, man, in all the wrong places, and all the wrong people, all the wrong situations. It's not crime. You're not going to have any problems with crime over here. Imagine if every time you heard about some man giving away his life savings, instead he was murdered. Then you would say, oh, I'm not going to the Philippines. Yeah, that ought to give you pause, but that's not happening. Or every time that you hear about some man getting scammed out of his life savings, that he was given a life sentence instead. You'd be like, man, I'm not going to the Philippines. But none of that happens. It's really easy. You know, if I could go back in time, which obviously I can't, man, I'd have did it different with these relationships. Because they're the only things that then cause me problems. See, we think it's a game over here. You know, I'm just going to warn you, man, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Remember, this is the casino over here. I'm the man in the parking lot of the casino saying, hold up, man, you can't win in there. And a lot of the guys, they just don't listen. But what we do is, we come over here and we place it all on that one bet. We place it all on that one bet. On that one turn of the wheel, the roll of the dice, or whatever it is, man. And when you think about it, it's crazy. That's what gets us over here. Nothing else, okay? The people aren't gonna all of a sudden turn against you and run you off. It's these relationships, man. You can't be that stupid not to figure it out already. I'm not a relationship expert, but just being over here for so long, I see guys who navigate that thing perfectly. They don't get involved. Not to the point of where most of us do. You know, because I'm going to talk about this later on my live stream. A lot of us, we're looking for love, right? But it ends up being euphoria. We have that euphoric experience, and it throws us all off, man. prefrontal cortex stops working. Your judgment is bad. You think you're in love, but you're not. Tell me if this sounds familiar, because you don't really know what love is, okay? So what it does, it makes you rush. I looked this stuff up, man. I was doing research all day yesterday because I talked about it before, but I didn't deep dive like I did yesterday. Everybody that's in a relationship right now, don't lie, man. Don't lie to me. Say this to yourself. It was euphoria because it made you rush into a marriage, into moving in, into getting the visa, into making these big financial decisions, and all the other things that go along with it. Only to find out later on down the line that you wasn't compatible. Okay, you had nothing in common. It died down. It just takes some relationships longer to die down than others. But we confuse euphoria with love, man. They got the same feeling. It's the same feeling. It's the same thing going on in your brain. The same transmitters and all that stuff. Guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just telling you that this is what's happening to us. Okay, so we're turned into zombies, really. Dummies. We don't see the red flags. Okay, because everything, you're so energized, you're so excited, you know, you're in love, but you're not really. Everything is positive. So you downplay all the red flags and stuff, man. It's crazy, man. It's deep. But I'm telling you now that the Philippines is not the problem. It's these relationships that's the problem. 100% of the men you see over here having problems, it's a relationship. It's relationship centered. They got cheated out of real estate. It's a woman involved. They lose their life savings. It's a woman involved. They get killed. It's a woman involved. They get locked up. It's a woman involved, guys. It's always a woman involved. If we could somehow figure that out. We're so smart. We're so intelligent. But no, I haven't made all the mistakes. I haven't done everything wrong over here. When it comes to relationships, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, after further review, hell, I think I've adapted pretty well over here. But when it comes to relationships, man, we have no idea what we're getting into. Our sense of urgency when it comes to that is just warped, man. And it causes us the problems. You're not going to see any more problems, man, over here other than that. I mean, we can't be that stupid to where we won't even look at it. I know your loneliness. You know, they was talking about 3 reasons that older people prioritize love. And I just, you know, be honest with yourself. Loneliness, companionship, a desire for companionship, you know what that means, intimacy, sex, booty, or cognitive decline. But you gotta be honest with yourself. This is why we prioritize this stuff. This is why people sell everything and move over here. It's not for a new life. You're looking for a new wife. We haven't learned anything from our failed relationship, our past failed relationships. We come in these relationships doing the same damn thing. She just looks younger, or she is younger. The motivations is different. Everything says stop. Don't get involved. Don't get so serious so quick. But we avoid all that stuff. And we running red lights. We driving drunk. You're doing everything wrong, man. You couldn't be that stupid. But we are. You was a police chief over there. You was a master sergeant in the Army. You understand what I'm saying? You owned your own business. But when you come over here, you turn to putty. And it's only because of these relationships, man. This is what does us in. This is what causes us so many problems when all you have to do is just come over here and conduct business the way you did at home. No, it doesn't work the same way, but use the same common sense, man. We're still on planet Earth. It's far too many men failing. I was watching my buddy the other day, Marky Mark, man. I feel bad for you, brother. I know you're gonna watch this video. I feel bad for you, man. You seem to be doing good. You happy. You going around, you making these videos, and then all of a sudden, you're gonna set yourself on fire. You done reconnected with a ex, excuse me, an ex LDR that obviously didn't mean you no good, but now all of a sudden, something didn't happen, either loneliness, a desire for companionship, or cognitive decline, and now all of a sudden you want to re-hook up with her. Slow down, man. You know, I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm telling you that this is the mistakes I made. Okay, it wasn't nothing else. It wasn't getting along with the people. Okay, because Filipinos are easy to get along with. People tell you that they're not, but compared to what? Hell, don't tell me. Everybody's experience is different. Compared to what? I mean, compared to who? But I would rethink that, brother. Okay? Because, man, once you get involved in relationships over here, your retirement's basically over. It's over. I'm just going to tell you. Right now, I don't care how good she is. I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care how far she can bend over and all that stuff. Your retirement is over. Okay, living with another human being is difficult. This is a decision you have to make. But thank y'all so much for stopping by. You know, I just talk about this stuff, man, as it pertains to me. I thought to myself, why do I keep telling people I made every mistake in the book when I haven't? Immigration is simple over here. They make it so easy for you to stay here for 3 years. Leave for 1 day and come back and start the 3 years over. All you got to do is go down to the local Bureau of Immigration office, pay your fee, apply for the extension and pay the fees. That's not our problem. Crime is not our problem. Finding a place to live is not our problem. The cost of living, affording stuff over here is not our problem. The culture is not our problem, guys. It's these relationships that's the problem. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find it in your heart to help somebody. Shout out to Richie Rich and Chang. They answered the challenge. I saw y'all giving out free gasoline, man. That's what it's all about, guys. Now the day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. The Philippines isn't complicated. It's not some mystery to be solved. It's not a jigsaw puzzle that you got to put together and move the pieces. It's really, really simple. It's really, really easy. But what trips us up is these relationships. So you got to ask yourself, why am I rushing over here? Am I that damn lonely? Do I want companionship that bad? Do I need, sex and booty that bad? Or am I in cognitive decline and just don't want to admit it? But that's what trips us up over here. Nothing else is going to get you over here but that. Okay, you're creating your own problem right now. Get off the dating site, man, until you can get your life together over here. We're putting the cart before the horse. I talk about this all the time. Why do you want to do that? You're making things more complicated than they have to be. The only complicated thing about the Philippines is these women over here that you're dealing with. Their motivation is different. The reason they even want to get with you is different than the reason you want to get with them. You have nothing in common. They got something called 369. Look that up. The 369 rule, the 333 rule. After 3 dates, reevaluate. After 3 weeks, hey, Manbunta, reevaluate. And then after 3 months, reevaluate. We're not doing that, guys, because it's euphoria. that we're dealing with. This euphoric experience, we think it's love. So we start moving them in. We start marrying them. We start applying for the visa. You can't do that after 2 weeks. We start buying these houses and lots and everything like that. The worst decisions I've ever made always came down to a relationship. So no, I haven't made every mistake. I haven't done everything wrong. But when it comes to relationships, man, I'm not good, guys. Okay? I'm not the one to be taking advice from.